I was hoping I could take this piece to the art fair tomorrow, but the paint has flaked off of it in a couple spots. So we're going to attempt to do a repair. This is a paper mache funerary mask, so not to be worn, but it's just a wall hanging. Well, this primary magenta is almost the same color, but I don't know. We put these spots in there. There's like the paint has come up with the paper, come down a couple layers. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to be able to take this piece. I love this one. What do you think? The art fair is tomorrow. It's today. My time, the clock has ticked down to the end. So I put a little bit of gesso down on those two spots. And now I'm going to be doing work on doing a color match for what is here. So let's see, I took some fluorescent blue and I mixed it with some cadmium red. So we're going to try that to see what that looks like. You know, it's pretty close. I think we just need to lighten it up just a little bit to get it to work. Let's try adding a little bit more red to it. So a little bit more cadmium red, and let's see how this works. So it looks like it needs to have a little bit of white in it. So I'm going to add a little bit of this titanium white from, and this is a fluid acrylic, just a dot of it right over here. And we're going to add it right in here. It's going to thin it out a little bit. And let's see if we can get a color match. Try it again. It still looks just about the same. This has a little bit more of a pink.
What the hell is that beep?
So just for shits and giggles, I'm going to add a little bit of fluorescent magenta into the mix. There we go, just a little bit of a tad bit drop. We'll put that in there, and we'll see if that does the trick. It looks like it might be doing that, so let's do a tester here. I think it's closer. What do you think? I think it might be close enough. Let's just give it a go. You know, it's pretty damn close if you ask me. But you know, you can just look for yourself for the proofs in the pudding, right? But you know what? Since we have these different spots on here, I think we might add these different spots like this on a different location, so somebody might think that it's just all part of the plan, right? That could have been a disaster. We'll just kind of put some of these spots, just sort of maybe irregular things over there and there and there. That one's actually more cadmium red than this one. We'll just add a little bit more, dab that right in there. So it looks like it could be just part of the mix. So at this stage of the game, I'm just going to add some spots to it. Colorize some black spots on it so it kind of matches. So it's not an exact color match. It's kind of just a bunch of random spots on it. That, there, maybe they're bigger ones like that. Alright, let's take a look at it. So yeah, there are these oddball spots. It's not exact, but you know what? I think for somebody looking at it, they may not be able to tell the difference, that it's not deliberate. There's some deliberation here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so in the final step, what I'm doing is I'm adding some Liquitex, a medium, which is a high gloss Liquitex varnish, and I'm just going to put this all over it so it soaks in really good. give it a nice shine, and hopefully these little spots on there won't be too noticeable to anybody, and hopefully someone will find that they want to add this to their art collection. I think I'm going to sell it for like 20 bucks or so. I painted it live, or created live on my YouTube channel, 999 Show, in 2024. Right, moving on, we're going to put a matte medium. I got this Liquitex matte medium, and I'm going to put this over the whole surface of it instead of a varnish. Because of the texture of this matte medium, I'm going to thin it down with some of this golden high flow medium. This is an acrylic extender. I'm going to thin it down. I'm going to do a little bit of a thin. I'm not going to use very much of it, and maybe just a tad bit of water. So we'll just do just a little bit of water, like that, and we'll just do a testing of it so it looks a little bit thinner here, and it should dry up clear. All right, we're just going to go for it. I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to put it on and just kind of work it into the surface. And one of the reasons I'm going to be doing this is because this painting isn't exactly done. I wanted to do more to it, and I'm doing this versus using a varnish. So after the art fair is over with, I will make a decision as to whether I'm going to add that other tree I had planned for in this area right here. But I am essentially out of time. I have 16 hours until I need to set up for the art fair, and we'll put this on here or there, just the last of it there. It should dry up nice and clear. Maybe we'll just add a little bit more into here. What I may do is work a little bit on these trees and add a bit more light into them, and this mixture here will allow me to go back over the painting in order to put those highlights on it, so it'll make it just a little bit sticky. So I put a little bit more light into this, and pretty much on all of these other trees, and I'm going to do a final little bit of a layer of primary magenta to finish it off. I added a few more layers onto the trees, and I think these ones work. They have a little bit more light and things in color in them. Now this one is going to need just a little bit more work before it's done, but all in all, I'm ready to go to the art fair tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.